Jedi Master in the Star Wars universe. Hello, and welcome to what is going to be a full collection of Jedi Masters from the Star Wars universe. It might not be completely exhaustive because of how vast the universe is and how many different source materials exist, but we've tried to cover all of the most relevant ones. Jedi Masters are users of the light side of the Force and attain a certain level of mastery in using the Force as
I was wrong to think you could stand with me!
Implementing the Jedi principles as stated by the Jedi Council. That said, there is a certain process to becoming a Master. First, you must be an apprentice to a current Jedi Master. Then, when your Master feels you're ready, your name is referred to the Council for their test. Once the entire Council is in agreement for the appointment, a Jedi becomes a Master. Make sense? Good, because we're going to get straight into it. But before we do, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means an awful lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Master Yoda. Master Yoda was a Jedi Master who had been alive for centuries. The way someone measures how strong a Jedi is, or to see how much potential they have, is by checking their midichlorian count. Midichlorians are microscopic organisms that live in the cells of all living beings and have a symbiotic relationship with their hosts. They are an extremely intelligent life form, and the more you have per cell, the better your perception and attunement with the Force. Anyway, for the longest time, and by longest I mean around 1,000 years, Master Yoda was the Jedi with the highest midichlorian count. This didn't necessarily mean that he was a better Jedi, it just meant that his connection with the Force was ridiculously strong. Yoda was from an unknown race, and very little is actually still known about them. He was just this little green dude with pointy ears who mainly sat around being all wise and bohemian. The crazy bit is that for many years, we never actually saw Yoda fight in any capacity. That changed when Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3 came out. This new era for Star Wars with advanced CGI made it possible to curate and build action sequences that would truly reflect his capabilities. One of these iconic scenes was when he casually used the Force to retrieve his lightsaber from his waist, just barely moving his robe aside. His ability to use the Force was demonstrated when he held a pillar in the air with one hand while fighting Count Dooku with the other, or that time he just simply lifted an entire X-Wing starfighter out of a bog. Oh, and of course we can't forget the time he fought Darth Sidious, exposing Palpatine to be the evil Sith Lord that he was. Not to mention the fact that he survived Order 66 while being right in the center of everything, surrounded by clone troopers. In that context, he also survived for many years all alone in a hut on a swamp planet, just biding his time until the Jedi would return. Almost an entire generation later, he was still prepared to teach a Jedi youngling, and did so with the same elegance and intellect that would have been seen in the Jedi Temple all those years ago. Alright, we're not going to spend any more time with Yoda because you already know him, and we've got a long list to finish. Master Ki-Adi-Mundi. Master Ki-Adi-Mundi was the apprentice to Master Yoda. He was a Saurian who was sensitive to the Force and was introduced to the Jedi Council a little later than most usually are. However, they decided to make an exception for Mundi, making him one of the very few who began Jedi training past the infancy stage. Also, a fun bit of trivia about Mundi is that he was allowed to have a marriage because of how low the birth rate of his race was. However, he never got attached to the many wives he had and thus remained a master on the Council. We saw him the most in the movies, where he was seen both in the Council along with the other Jedi Masters and in the final fight against the Galactic Federation droids. Mostly, Master Mundi appeared in the Clone Wars, as he was sent with a battalion of a few hundred clone troopers to liberate some separatist base that had been discovered. However, on his final mission, he felt something was off and didn't quite understand why they were there in the first place, since there were no enemies around. Unbeknownst to him, the troopers were actually tasked with procuring a crystal that would be used to enhance a laser weapon. You see where I'm going with this? Almost immediately after realizing something was off, Order 66 was initiated, and Mundi got gunned down by his own men. It's been a standing theory that the reason why Mundi kept his seat on the Council so long was because of his tremendous comprehension and calculative capabilities. Moving on. Master Plo Koon. Plo Koon, just like the others in his family, was found to be force sensitive very early on in his life. The reason he wore a mask was because the planet he was born on was naturally very low in oxygen. So, whenever he traveled abroad, he wore an anti-ox mask to help him breathe normally. Koon was a Jedi who was very clear-cut about what was right and what was wrong. His Jedi Master, while he was a Padawan and apprentice, was Master Tivoka, one of the few Wookiee Jedi that we see in the universe. Plo Koon was mostly known for how benevolent he was and how he placed importance on the lives of others over himself. This could quite easily be seen when he refuted a clone trooper's statement saying that he was expendable since he was made for this. Plo Koon was of the opinion that all life had value, irrespective of how it began. To this extent, he even added the sigil of the clone trooper squad that was assigned to him on his gauntlets. Also of note is that Plo Koon happened to have the largest variety of lightsabers among all the Jedi. He had a green one, a yellow one, an orange one, and a blue one as well. Plo Koon also happened to be the Jedi who introduced Ashoka Tano to the Jedi Council. That was especially important because she went on to become a very important Jedi as she worked to join different rebel groups of Jedi after Order 66. Plo Koon was also extremely adept at using the Force, to the extent that he had his own version of the lightning power that we usually only see Darth Sidious use. Apart from having a light version of Sith lightning, which was unique to him by the way, he could also freely deflect electricity aimed at him by other Force users. Another claim to fame that almost nobody else had was that Plo Koon actually bested Master Yoda in lightsaber combat. That was absolutely crazy and mind-boggling considering how well known Yoda was for his lightsaber skills. Due to his tremendous control over the Force and such strong will and principles, Plo Koon was often considered to be the perfect Jedi by fans on online forums. Anakin Skywalker. The magnum opus of the Star Wars franchise, in many of our opinions, Anakin Skywalker was a young child who was born to Shmi, a slave on Tatooine. Apparently there was no father when Anakin was conceived, yet he had the highest midichlorian count in his blood that had ever been recorded. Higher than even Master Yoda. If you have watched the movies, then you know that it was Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi who had discovered Anakin while they were temporarily stranded on Tatooine with a broken down spacecraft. On seeing the potential in this child, and knowing that he would have no future on this planet, the Jedi took him to the temple, where he would hopefully be trained in the Jedi ways. However, upon reaching the council, they deemed him far too old to be accepted as a Jedi Padawan. To be fair, they generally took in children when they were in their infant stage. Anakin was around 9 years old by the time he was presented to the council. However, upon Obi-Wan's insistence, the council finally agreed to allow Anakin to train as a Jedi. As Anakin grew older, he became stronger and stronger, growing at a faster rate than any other Jedi ever before. This gain in strength led to him becoming a little arrogant. Over time, this sense of arrogance would increase in intensity. Once he fell in love with Padme, his tension with the Jedi Council only grew. They weren't exactly the biggest fans of him in the first place because they were aware that his heart wasn't in the right place even though he was so strong with the Force. This was one of the big reasons why he wasn't allowed to transcend to the role of Jedi Master. This angered Anakin quite a bit because he felt he was stronger than most of the Jedi Masters and was more than ready to take on the role of Jedi Master or even Grand Master. Once he was assigned to be the personal guard of Queen Amidala, Padme, their romance blossomed and Padme would eventually become pregnant with their children. However, his happy ending was quite cruel to him because he kept having dreams of Padme dying. Convinced that this was going to come true, he began searching for ways to cure or save her. This forced him away from the way of the Jedi and closer to the path of the Sith. Emperor Palpatine would entice him with stories of powerful Sith Lords who could bring the dead back to life. This pushed Anakin over the edge, and he became prepared to do whatever it took to be able to obtain this power. However, this lust for power to protect his lover would set his fate in stone for the rest of his life, which was a bit important because after his life was over, he sort of came back to the light side of the Force. This was seen in Star Wars Episode 6, when his spirit, along with Obi-Wan Kenobi, sit on a log and look at Luke Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker's powers and strength with the Force haven't been fully shown because he was strongest when he was the Sith Lord Darth Vader. As Darth Vader, we have seen Anakin do some absolutely mind-boggling things. For example, keeping the sea out of an underwater base by simply using the Force. Keep in mind that this base was very deep underwater and the pressure must have been on par with a tsunami. Also, according to many databases, it would seem that Anakin had the highest midichlorian count of all. Even if you compared all the Jedi and the Sith, Anakin would still come out on top. His origin story was a tragic one, and his dark persona, Darth Vader, is a pop culture icon. Master Mace Windu. Mace Windu was one of the most revered Jedi Masters of all time. He was a human Jedi who served in the Jedi High Council during the Republic era. If you're a movie person, you'll have seen him in the first 3 movies. He was an extremely well-known and skilled Jedi Knight, and had even been elected in the past to be a Jedi leader. Not only that, but he was a Jedi General during the Clone Wars. Windu actually played a big part when the Separatist Federation attacked the Republic. He had a leading role in the fights for the Republic and also in the diplomacy policies that had been enacted in the past. Unfortunately, his most iconic moment was probably when he died. In this instance, Windu had discovered that Senator Palpatine was in fact a Sith Lord. Thus, in his books, he was too dangerous to be left alive. However, Palpatine managed to convince Anakin that if he was allowed to die, then so would Padme. At this, Anakin killed Mace Windu and took his first step into the dark side of the Force. This was actually the kick that Palpatine needed. This was enough for him to turn the Republic against the Jedi Order and justify Order 66. And if you think about it, and by that I mean read some of the comics, then you would know that Anakin was quite a problematic Jedi during his training. Windu noticed this and warned the other masters about his attitude. The way that Windu rose to the High Council, however, was because of his mission on Raxus Secundus, where he had worked with the Jedi Dooku and recovered the remains of a fallen Jedi. Despite him usually being all morose and monotonous, he was actually quite compassionate to other Jedi and the people of the Republic. His powers and abilities were mostly the same as other Jedi, except that his mastery on even the most basic lightsaber or force skills were pretty much unparalleled, which would make a lot of sense given that he was often considered the second strongest Jedi Master after Yoda. This would make even more sense given the fact that Mace Windu had actually trained under Master Yoda. Master Shaak Ti. Shaak Ti was a female Togruta Jedi Master who served the Jedi Order during the final years of the Galactic Republic. She was known for her skills as a strategist and her proficiency in lightsaber combat. Shaak Ti was trained in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant and eventually became a member of the Jedi Council, one of the highest-ranking bodies within the Jedi Order. She played a key role in several important battles during the Clone Wars, a conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems. During the Clone Wars, Shaak Ti was responsible for overseeing the training of clone troopers on the planet Kamino. She also participated in battles on several other planets, including Geonosis, Felucia, and Megiddo. Despite her considerable skills, Shaak Ti was ultimately unable to prevent the downfall of the Jedi Order. She was one of the few Jedi to survive the initial onslaught of Order 66, the command that resulted in the deaths of most of the Jedi at the hands of their own clone troopers. However, she was eventually hunted down and killed by Darth Vader on Felucia, along with many other Jedi who had gone into hiding. Shaak Ti was known for her calm and measured demeanor, even in the face of danger. She was also highly respected by her fellow Jedi for her strategic abilities and her commitment to the principles of the Jedi Order.
Depending on the size of their force, I don't know how much time we can buy.
Master Saesee Tiin. Saesee Tiin was a male Jedi Master from the planet Kcaj, who served the Galactic Republic during the final years of the Republic era and the early years of the Galactic Empire. He was known for his exceptional piloting skills and his ability to sense the future. Saesee Tiin was trained in the ways of the Force by the Jedi Order and eventually rose to the rank of Jedi Master. He became a member of the Jedi Council, which was the governing body of the Jedi Order. During the Clone Wars, Tiin served as a general in the Grand Army of the Republic, commanding clone troopers in battles against the Separatist droid army. In addition to his mastery of the Force, Tiin was an accomplished pilot and often flew starfighters in combat. He was known to fly a customized Delta 7B Ether Sprite class light interceptor, which he modified to better suit his needs. During the Battle of Coruscant, Tiin played a crucial role in the Republic's victory over the Separatists. He piloted his starfighter into the Separatist flagship, the Invisible Hand, and fought his way to the bridge. There, he engaged in a lightsaber duel with the Separatist leader, General Grievous. Although Tiin was ultimately killed in the duel, his actions allowed Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker and Senator Padme Amidala to board the ship and rescue Chancellor Palpatine. In the comic book series Star Wars Republic, Tiin played a significant role in several story arcs. In one arc, he worked alongside fellow Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi to stop a group of terrorists who were trying to destroy a power plant on Coruscant. Tien's piloting skills came in handy as he helped to neutralize a group of enemy fighters that were attacking the Jedi's ships. In another story arc, Tiin led a mission to the planet Yinkor to investigate rumors of a dark side cult. He and his team of Jedi discovered that the cult was being led by a fallen Jedi named Kar Vastor, who had turned to the dark side and was using his followers to attack the Jedi. Tiin engaged in a fierce lightsaber duel with Vastor, ultimately defeating him and freeing the planet from his grip. Tiin also played a key role in the comic book series Star Wars Jedi, which chronicled the adventures of a group of Jedi Knights during the Clone Wars. In one story arc, Tiin teamed up with fellow Jedi Masters Mace Windu and Kit Fisto to rescue a group of captive Jedi from a Separatist stronghold. Tien's piloting skills proved crucial once again as he flew his starfighter through a dense asteroid field to reach the enemy base undetected. Overall, Saesee Tiin was a skilled and respected Jedi Master who dedicated his life to serving the Republic and protecting the galaxy from the forces of darkness.
Dear, I'm terribly sorry about all this.
Master Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto was a male Nautolan Jedi Master who served the Galactic Republic during the final years of the Republic era and the early years of the Galactic Empire. He was known for his exceptional lightsaber skills and his ability to communicate with aquatic species. Fisto was trained in the ways of the Force by the Jedi Order and eventually rose to the rank of Jedi Master. He was a member of the Jedi Council during the Clone Wars, which was the governing body of the Jedi Order. Fisto also served as a general in the Grand Army of the Republic and commanded clone troopers in battles against the Separatist droid army. In addition to his mastery of the Force, Fisto was an expert lightsaber duelist and was known for his unorthodox fighting style. He wielded a unique green-bladed lightsaber that had a curved hilt, which allowed him to better utilize his skills in underwater combat. One of Fisto's most notable achievements was his role in the Battle of Geonosis, which was the opening conflict of the Clone Wars. Fisto fought alongside fellow Jedi Knights Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker against the Separatist droid army and helped to secure a Republic victory. Fisto also played a key role in several other battles during the Clone Wars, including the Battle of Mon Cala, where he helped the Mon Calamari defend their homeworld against a Separatist invasion. He also fought in the Battle of Korm, where he led a team of Jedi in a mission to rescue captive Republic soldiers from a Separatist prison. Despite his many successes, Fisto met a tragic end during the Great Jedi Purge when he was sent to arrest Chancellor Palpatine, who was secretly the Sith Lord Darth Sidious. Fisto fought bravely against the Sith Lord and his bodyguards, but was ultimately overwhelmed and killed. Fisto was also featured prominently in the comic book series Star Wars Jedi, which chronicled the adventures of a group of Jedi Knights during the Clone Wars. In one story arc, Fisto and his former Padawan, Nadar Veb, traveled to the remote planet of Vasek to investigate rumors of a Separatist stronghold. They discovered that the Separatists were experimenting with a new weapon, the Trident-class assault ship, which was capable of disabling enemy ships with an energy pulse. Fisto and Veb infiltrated the Separatist base and discovered that the weapon was being guarded by the Sith Lord General Grievous. In a fierce lightsaber duel, Fisto fought bravely against Grievous, using his unorthodox fighting style to keep the cyborg off balance. Although Fisto was ultimately defeated, his bravery and skill earned him the respect of Grievous and cemented his reputation as a legendary Jedi Master. Fisto led a team of Jedi on a mission to rescue the kidnapped daughter of a prominent Republic senator. Fisto and his team infiltrated a Separatist stronghold and engaged in a fierce battle with the droids guarding the prisoner. Fisto's leadership and combat skills were instrumental in securing the safe return of the senator's daughter. Overall, Kit Fisto was a skilled and respected Jedi Master who was known for his bravery, combat prowess, and his ability to connect with aquatic species. Master Agen Kolar. Agen Kolar was a male Zabrak Jedi Master who served the Galactic Republic during the final years of the Republic era. He was a skilled warrior and an accomplished lightsaber duelist, known for his prowess with Form 7, the Juvo Vapad form. Kolar was a member of the Jedi Council during the Clone Wars and participated in many important battles. He was often sent on missions to engage the Separatist droid army and protect Republic interests. Kolar was known for his no-nonsense attitude and his devotion to the Jedi Code. Agent Kolar was a recurring character in several Star Wars comic book series, particularly during the Clone Wars era. Kolar participated in the Battle of Geonosis alongside fellow Jedi, where he displayed his prowess as a warrior and a lightsaber duelist. He fought against the Separatist forces alongside Jedi Masters Yoda, Mace Windu, and Plo Koon. During the Clone Wars, Kolar led a mission to the planet Kamino to protect the cloning facilities from a Separatist attack. He displayed exceptional leadership skills and combat abilities, and was instrumental in repelling the Separatist forces. In the comic book series Star Wars Republic, Kolar was part of a team of Jedi sent to rescue the Jedi Quinlan Vos from the clutches of the Separatists. He fought against a number of droids and displayed his mastery of Form 7 lightsaber combat during the mission. Kolar was assigned to protect Senator Mina Tills during the Clone Wars, and he successfully foiled an assassination attempt by the Separatist agent Asajj Ventress. In the comic book series Star Wars Obsession, Kolar and a team of Jedi are sent to capture the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, who was known to be operating on Coruscant. Kolar fought valiantly against Sidious, using his mastery of Form 7 lightsaber combat, but was ultimately killed in the confrontation. Kolar was a skilled Jedi Master who served the Order with honor and distinction. Despite his tragic end, his bravery and dedication to the Jedi cause were remembered by his fellow Jedi, and his legacy lives on. Master Coleman Kcaj. Coleman Kcaj was a male Saurian Jedi Master who served the Galactic Republic during the Clone Wars. He was a skilled warrior and lightsaber duelist who was known for his expertise in Form 3, the Soresu form, which emphasized defense and counterattacks. Kcaj was a member of the Jedi Council during the Clone Wars and participated in many important battles. He was often sent on missions to engage the Separatist droid army and protect Republic interests. Kcaj was known for his calm and collected demeanor, which made him an effective leader and mentor to the younger Jedi. One of Kcaj's most notable achievements was his role in the Battle of Geonosis, the first major engagement of the Clone Wars. Kcaj fought alongside fellow Jedi and Republic forces to defend the planet from the Separatist droid army, displaying his mastery of the Soresu form and helping to turn the tide of the battle in the Republic's favor. In addition to his role in the Battle of Geonosis, Kcaj was also involved in several other important missions during the Clone Wars. Kcaj was part of a team of Jedi who were sent to rescue fellow Jedi Masters Aayla Secura and Quinlan Vos from the Separatists on the planet Zegula. Kcaj played a key role in the mission, using his lightsaber skills to take out several droids and defend his fellow Jedi. He was among the Jedi who were tasked with defending the planet Coruscant during the Clone Wars. He helped to repel a Separatist invasion force and protect the planet from harm. Kcaj participated in the Battle of Saleucah Mai, an important engagement during the Clone Wars. He fought alongside fellow Jedi and clone troopers to defeat the Separatist forces and secure victory for the Republic. Coleman Kcaj was a skilled and respected Jedi Master who served the Republic with honor and distinction during the tumultuous Clone Wars era. His expertise in the Soresu form of lightsaber combat and his calm leadership style made him an asset to the Jedi Order and the Republic as a whole. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obviously, this man needs no introduction. He has become more of an internet icon now than ever before.
Hello there.
Obi-Wan Kenobi was the Padawan in training for Qui-Gon Jinn. During the invasion of Naboo, the Sith Lord Darth Maul killed Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan in turn killed Darth Maul in a subsequent lightsaber duel. This victory over the Sith Lord was what granted him the promotion and the title of Jedi Knight. Following this, his accomplishments and achievements during the Clone Wars, where he served as a general against the droid army of Separatists, was what got him the title of Jedi General. Later on, after the Clone Wars were over, essentially because Obi-Wan finished off General Grievous, Anakin was promoted to Jedi Knight, and Obi-Wan had recently moved into the seat of Coleman Trebor. This was a temporary decision, but it did make Kenobi a Jedi Master, technically. However, it seemed that the decision became a lot more permanent soon after. Obi-Wan had just done too many cool things, to be honest. Like that time he went off to investigate a random planet that didn't exist in the Jedi Temple archives. This prompted people he asked to tell him that it probably doesn't exist. However, with Yoda's help, he managed to find where the planet would be and flew there to investigate. This is how he found the water planet Kamino, where a very isolated alien race was well into the process of creating a clone army, apparently under the authority of a Jedi Master who had been reported dead quite some time ago. Maintaining his cover, he managed to secure the army for the Jedi and the Republic. That in and of itself is quite a sneaky task. Let's just ignore the fact that this army is what led to the Purge of the Jedi later on. Kenobi had done a lot as a Jedi for the Council too. He had gone as a Padawan along with Qui-Gon to the Trade Federation blockade around Naboo to negotiate a peaceful agreement. Not that the negotiation went well, he still did his job by thinking on his feet. After Qui-Gon died, he fulfilled his wish of training Anakin as a Jedi, as he was prophesied to bring balance to the Force and end the dark side. Even after Anakin was lost and Order 66 was executed, Obi-Wan went into hiding on Tatooine to look after Anakin's son, Luke. The man literally spent years there just waiting for the right time to train Luke as a Jedi. When the time came, he also gave his life, knowing he had done what he was supposed to. Also, as a last note here, maybe watch the Clone Wars animated series. It gives a lot of backstory on Obi-Wan while he fought in the war as a Jedi general. Master Stass Allie. Stass Allie was a female Thalothian Jedi Master who served the Galactic Republic during the final years of the Republic era. She was a member of the Jedi Council and an expert in the use of the Force. She was known for her serenity, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to the Jedi Code. One of Stass Allie's notable achievements was her role in the Battle of Geonosis, where she fought alongside fellow Jedi against the Separatist forces. She was a skilled combatant and demonstrated her proficiency in lightsaber combat during the battle. In the comic book series Star Wars Republic, Stass Allie was involved in several important missions and battles during the Clone Wars era. Stass Allie was part of a team of Jedi sent to the planet Dathomir to investigate reports of a dark side presence on the planet. She successfully fought against a group of dark side users known as the Night Sisters, and demonstrated her mastery of the Force during the mission. During the Clone Wars, Stass Allie participated in the Battle of Mon Cala, where she fought against the Separatist forces alongside fellow Jedi. She used her abilities with the Force to aid her allies and turn the tide of the battle. Stass Allie was assigned to protect Senator Bail Organa during the Clone Wars. She successfully thwarted an assassination attempt by Separatist forces and ensured the safety of the senator. Stass Allie was part of a team of Jedi sent to stop the Separatist General Grievous from capturing a group of younglings. She fought against Grievous in a lightsaber duel and was able to hold her own against the skilled warrior. Stass Allie was a highly skilled and respected Jedi Master who served the Republic with honor and dedication during the Clone Wars era. Her legacy lives on as an example of the noble ideals of the Jedi Order. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is one of the most famous Jedi Masters in the Star Wars universe. He's the son of Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, and Padme Amidala, and he was trained in the ways of the Force by Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. Luke became a legendary hero of the Rebellion and played a pivotal role in defeating the Empire in the original trilogy of Star Wars films. In the comics, Luke Skywalker's adventure as a Jedi Master took place after the events of Return of the Jedi, when he was working to rebuild the Jedi Order. In the comic series Dark Empire, Luke discovered that the Emperor had returned in a new cloned body and was once again trying to take over the galaxy. Luke had to confront the Emperor and resist the temptation of the dark side to save the galaxy. In the comic series Jedi Academy, Luke established a new Jedi Academy on the planet of Yavin 4, where he trained a new generation of Jedi. He had to navigate the challenges of teaching his students and helping them resist the temptations of the dark side. In the Legacy comic series, set 130 years after the original trilogy, Luke appeared as a Force ghost and provided guidance to his descendant, Cade Skywalker. Cade was a former Jedi who had fallen to the dark side and was struggling to find his way back to the light. Luke helped him see the error of his ways and encouraged him to become a Jedi once again. Throughout the comics, Luke was depicted as a wise and powerful Jedi Master who was deeply committed to the ideals of the Jedi Order. He faced many challenges, both internal and external, but he remained steadfast in his determination to protect the galaxy and preserve the ways of the Force. Luke Skywalker's story in the original Star Wars trilogy is one of the most iconic and beloved in all of cinema. Here's a brief summary of that journey. In the first film, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, Luke was a young farm boy on the desert planet of Tatooine. He dreamt of joining the rebellion against the evil Empire, but he was stuck on his home planet until he met Obi-Wan Kenobi, a wise Jedi Master who once knew Luke's father. Obi-Wan gave Luke his father's lightsaber and began to train him in the ways of the Force. Together with the smuggler Han Solo and his Wookiee friend Chewbacca, Luke set out on a mission to rescue rebel Princess Leia from the clutches of the Empire. Along the way, he faced his first major challenge, the destruction of the planet Alderaan by the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. Luke and his friends managed to infiltrate the Death Star and destroy it from the inside, thanks to Luke's use of the Force. In the second film, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, Luke continued his training by joining Jedi Master Yoda on the planet of Dagobah. Meanwhile, Han and Leia were being pursued by the Empire, and Luke felt their distress through the Force. He left Dagobah behind against Yoda's wishes and headed to the planet of Bespin to help his friends. On Bespin, Luke faced his greatest challenge yet, a lightsaber duel with Darth Vader, who revealed that he was Luke's father. Vader offered to make Luke his apprentice, but Luke refused and fell to what he believed would be his death. However, he was rescued by his friends and taken back to the rebellion. In the final film of the trilogy, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, Luke learned that he had a twin sister, Leia, and that she was a powerful Force user as well. Together, they joined forces with the rebellion to take down the Empire once and for all. Luke faced Vader once again in a final lightsaber duel, and this time he was able to redeem his father and bring balance to the Force. Throughout the original trilogy, Luke's character underwent a transformation from a naive farm boy to a powerful Jedi Knight. He learned to harness the power of the Force, confronted his fears, and stood up against evil. His journey remains a timeless and inspiring tale of heroism and self-discovery. Master Kark In-Fala. Kark In-Fala was a male Sarean Jedi Master who lived during the height of the Galactic Republic. He was a member of the Jedi Order and was trained in the ways of the Force and lightsaber conflict. In-Fala was a skilled warrior and was known for his use of the Jem-So form of lightsaber combat. In-Fala was present on Coruscant when the Jedi Temple was attacked by the Sith Lord Darth Vader and the 501st Legion during Order 66. He managed to survive the initial onslaught and went into hiding, becoming one of the few surviving Jedi Masters.
Taryn Malicos. Former Jedi, like yourself.
Master Taryn Malicos. Jedi Master Taryn Malicos was a human male who served as a Jedi during the final years of the Galactic Republic. He was a skilled warrior and a practitioner of the Jedi arts, known for his expertise in lightsaber combat and his ability to connect with the Force. Malicos is best known for his role in the Star Wars video game Jedi Fallen Order, where he served as the primary antagonist. In the game's story, Malicos was depicted as a fallen Jedi who had turned to the dark side of the Force and established himself as a warlord on the planet Dathomir. During the Clone Wars, Malicos survived several engagements against Separatist forces, including a mission to rescue a group of Padawans from the planet Cardoa. In Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, Malicos was depicted as a disillusioned Jedi, who after the Clone Wars, retreated to the planet Dathomir and became a warlord. He adopted the ways of the Night Sisters, an all-female clan of Force-sensitive witches who lived on the planet, and became a powerful practitioner of the dark side of the Force. When Darth Vader visited Dathomir in search of a way to defeat the Jedi, he encountered Malicos, and the two engaged in a lightsaber duel. Malicos was defeated, but he survived, and was taken into custody by Vader. In Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which took place after the events of Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, Malicos was encountered by that game's protagonist, Cal Kestis. Malicos had been stranded on the planet Dathomir for years, and had continued to practice the dark side of the Force. He attempted to convince Cal to join him in his quest for power, but Cal ultimately defeated him in a lightsaber duel. Overall, Taryn Malicos was a complex and conflicted character who represented the dangers of falling to the dark side of the Force. His story arc explored themes of redemption, power, and the consequences of one's actions, and he served as an interesting addition to the Star Wars canon. Master Jocasta Nu. Jocasta Nu was a female Jedi Master in the Star Wars universe, known for her extensive knowledge of the Jedi archives and her role as the Chief Librarian of the Jedi Order. She made her first appearance in the movie Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and later appeared in various Star Wars comics and novels. During this story arc, Jocasta Nu was depicted as a staunch defender of the Jedi Order and its traditions, often clashing with other Jedi who advocated for more flexible interpretations of the Jedi Code. Another notable story arc involving Jocasta Nu was the Vader's Quest comic series, which took place after the events of the original Star Wars movie. In this series, Jocasta Nu was shown as one of of the last surviving members of the Jedi Order following the Great Jedi Purge. She became a target of Darth Vader, who sought to obtain information from her about the identity of the Jedi who survived the Purge. Jocasta Nu also played a significant role in the Age of Republic comic series, which explored the history of various Jedi throughout the Star Wars universe. In this series, Jocasta Nu's past was revealed, including her apprenticeship under Jedi Master Tra Sa and her experiences as a member of the Jedi Council during the Clone Wars. Overall, Jocasta Nu was a compelling character in the Star Wars universe, known for her intelligence, knowledge, and dedication to the Jedi Order. Her story arcs in the comics showcased her bravery and resilience in the face of adversity, as well as her unwavering commitment to the ideals of the Jedi. Jedi Master Oppo Rancisis was a fictional character in the Star Wars franchise. He was a Thespiasian, a species of tall and slender beings with long, thin fingers and a natural affinity for the Force. Rancisis was a skilled Jedi Master known for his wisdom, diplomacy, and formidable combat abilities. In the Star Wars comics, Rancisis played a prominent role during the Clone Wars, serving as a member of the Jedi Council and as a military strategist for the Galactic Republic. He led numerous missions to thwart the plans of the Separatists, and fought in several battles alongside other Jedi, such as Mace Windu and Kit Fisto. One of Rancisis's most notable achievements was his leadership at the Battle of Kolar, where he and a small group of Jedi and clone troopers fought against a horde of Geonosian warriors and their battle droids. Despite being outnumbered, Rancisis and his team managed to repel the Geonosians and secure the planet for the Republic. Rancisis was also known for his diplomatic skills, which he demonstrated during negotiations with the Pike Syndicate and other criminal organizations. He was able to use his calm demeanor and persuasive words to convince these groups to support the Republic and abandon their allegiance to the Separatists. Overall, Jedi Master Oppo Rancisis was a skilled and respected member of the Jedi Order, who made significant contributions to the war effort during the Clone Wars. His legacy as a wise and courageous Jedi Master continues to inspire others to this day. Master Luminara Unduli. Jedi Master Luminara Unduli was a Mirialan Jedi Master who served the Jedi Order during the final years of the Galactic Republic. She was known for her exceptional skills in lightsaber combat and her mastery of the Force. Unduli was trained in the ways of the Force by Jedi Master Yoda and eventually attained the rank of Jedi Knight. She went on to become a respected member of the Jedi Council and trained several Padawans, including Barriss Offee. Unduli was a respected member of the Jedi Council and was considered one of the Order's greatest strategists. She was often assigned to lead diplomatic missions and negotiate peace treaties between warring factions. Unduli was also skilled in the use of the Jedi mind trick and could influence weaker minds to do her bidding. In the comics, Unduli played a significant role during the Clone Wars. She was tasked with leading a team of Jedi to the planet of Ilum to secure the planet's Kyber crystal reserves. During the mission, her team was attacked by Separatist forces, and Unduli was captured by the notorious bounty hunter Cad Bane. Unduli's most significant achievement was during the Battle of Geonosis, where she played a critical role in helping to rescue Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala from Count Dooku's clutches. Unduli played a significant role in the Clone Wars, a conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems. She fought on numerous battlefields alongside her fellow Jedi, and was recognized for her bravery and leadership. One of her most notable achievements was the liberation of the planet Geonosis, where she led a group of Jedi in a daring assault on the Separatist droid foundries. In addition to her military accomplishments, Unduli was also a skilled diplomat and negotiator. She used her calm demeanor and diplomatic skills to help resolve several disputes during the Clone Wars. Unfortunately, Unduli met a tragic end during the execution of Order 66, an order issued by the Sith Lord Darth Sidious that commanded the extermination of all Jedi. She was betrayed and killed by her own clone troopers on the planet Kashyyyk. Unduli's legacy lived on in the memories of those who knew her and in the records of the Jedi Order. Her dedication to the Jedi Code and her unwavering commitment to the Force served as an inspiration to Jedi and non-Jedi alike. Master Quinlan Vos. Jedi Master Quinlan Vos was a character in the Star Wars universe who first appeared in the comic book series Star Wars Republic in 2001. He was created by writer John Ostrander and artist Jan Duursema. Quinlan Vos was a Jedi Master and member of the Jedi Order, who was known for his unorthodox methods and his ability to delve into the minds of others through his Force powers. He was born on the planet Kifu and was trained in the ways of the Force by Jedi Master Thulm. Vos was notable for his ability to walk the line between the light and dark sides of the Force, which made him a unique and unpredictable Jedi. In the Star Wars Republic comic book series, Vos went undercover as a bounty hunter in order to track down and assassinate Count Dooku, the leader of the Separatist movement during the Clone Wars. He was successful in infiltrating Dooku's inner circle, but ultimately failed in his mission when he was captured and brainwashed by the Sith Lord. Vos teamed up with Jedi Master Thulm to take down the criminal organization known as the Black Sun. They were successful in their mission, but Vos was forced to confront his own inner darkness when he was manipulated by the Black Sun's leader, a woman named Alexi Garen. In the comic book series Star Wars Dark Times, Vos teamed up with former Jedi Knight Das Jenner to fight against the Empire in the aftermath of Order 66. Vos's skills as a Jedi and his knowledge of the criminal underworld proved to be valuable assets to the rebel cause. In the Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series, Vos was tasked with finding and bringing to justice the bounty hunter Cad Bane, who had stolen a holocron containing the names of all Force-sensitive children in the galaxy. Vos was successful in his mission, but was captured by the Separatists and brainwashed by Count Dooku. Overall, Quinlan Vos was a complex and fascinating character who had made significant contributions to the Star Wars universe through his unique approach to the Force and his unorthodox methods as a Jedi. Master Uvel. Master Uvel was one of the Jedi Masters that fought in the Clone Wars during the last years of the Galactic Republic. As the war ended and Order 66 was executed, he was among the few Jedi survivors. Despite this, he had a feeling that it was just a matter of time until he got found out too. So, in order to preserve at least some of the knowledge and relics of the Jedi Order, he stored a ton of artifacts and lightsabers in a starship. This was when he contacted the human antiques dealer Antron Bach. Uvel trusted Bach with the starship because many other Jedi Knights had bartered with him before. After telling the merchant to go into hiding with the starship on an abandoned Geonosian colony, Uvel probably met his end at the hands of the Empire. Little else is known about him since there are very few mentions of him in the universe. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn was a skilled warrior, diplomat, and philosopher, and he was widely regarded as one of the wisest and most intuitive Jedi of his time. He was also known for his strong connection to the Force, which he believed was the key to understanding the universe and achieving true enlightenment. One of Qui-Gon's most significant accomplishments was discovering the young Anakin Skywalker on the planet of Tatooine. Qui-Gon believed that Anakin was the prophesized chosen one, who would bring balance to the Force, and he was willing to go against the wishes of the Jedi Council to train him as a Jedi. Unfortunately, Qui-Gon was killed in a lightsaber duel with the Sith Lord Darth Maul before he could see his vision through. Qui-Gon Jinn's adventures in the Star Wars comics were primarily set before his appearance in the film Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Jedi Council, Acts of War, showed Qui-Gon Jinn as a major character in the comic series, which took place during the events leading up to The Phantom Menace. He was one of several Jedi tasked with investigating a series of terrorist attacks on the planet of Yinkor, which were being carried out by a group of militant aliens called the Yinkori. Qui-Gon and his team had to find a way to stop the Yinkori without starting a full-blown war. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, Last Stand on Ord Mantell was a comic series in which Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi were sent on a mission to the planet of Ord Mantell to help a group of rebels overthrow a corrupt government. Along the way, they discovered that the government was being controlled by a group of Sith assassins who were trying to eliminate the Jedi. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan had to fight off the assassins and help the rebels win their freedom. Jedi: The Dark Side was a comic series that followed Qui-Gon Jinn and his Padawan, Xanatos, on a mission to the planet of Telos. They were investigating a group of smugglers who were using illegal weapons to terrorize the local population. However, they soon discovered that the smugglers were being controlled by Xanatos' father, who had fallen to the dark side of the Force. Qui-Gon and Xanatos had to confront his father and prevent him from carrying out his plans. Throughout these comics, Qui-Gon Jinn was depicted as a skilled and wise Jedi who was always willing to go against the wishes of the Jedi Council if he believed it was the right thing to do. He was also shown to be deeply committed to his Padawan learners and was willing to do whatever it took to protect them and help them grow in the ways of the Force. Qui-Gon's legacy continued to influence the Jedi Order even after his death. His teachings and philosophy inspired his former Padawan, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who went on to train Anakin and later Luke Skywalker. Qui-Gon's belief in the importance of following the will of the Force and listening to one's own intuition also resonated with Luke, who ultimately defeated the Sith and brought balance to the Force.
I'm taking him now. No, Anakin, no! No!
Count Dooku. Count Dooku, also known as Darth Tyrannus, was a prominent character in the Star Wars franchise. He was originally a Jedi Master and the former Padawan of Master Yoda, but he later turned to the dark side and became a Sith Lord. As a Jedi Master, Dooku was highly respected and skilled in the ways of the Force. He was considered one of the finest swordsmen in the galaxy and trained many Padawans, including Qui-Gon Jinn. Dooku was known for his strong moral convictions and his belief in the Jedi Order's principles. However, over time, he became disillusioned with the Order and felt that it had lost its way. Dooku eventually left the Jedi Order and became a political idealist, seeking to reform the galaxy by any means necessary. He became a prominent political figure, advocating for change and challenging the corrupt Galactic Republic. It was during this time that he came into contact with the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, who manipulated him into becoming his apprentice and turning to the dark side. As a Sith Lord, Dooku adopted the name Darth Tyrannus and became a powerful warrior and leader within the Sith Order. He played a significant role in the Clone Wars, leading the Separatist movement against the Republic and its Jedi defenders. Dooku was also responsible for recruiting General Grievous, the deadly cyborg warrior, to lead the Separatist military forces. Despite his loyalty to the Sith, Dooku remained a complex character with conflicting motivations. He often acted independently of his master and had his own agenda. He even had moments of doubt about his allegiance to the dark side, as evidenced by his hesitation to kill his former Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi in their final battle. In the end, Dooku met his demise at the hands of his own Sith apprentice, Darth Vader, on the orders of Darth Sidious. Despite his tragic fate, Dooku remains a fascinating and complex character in the Star Wars universe, with a rich backstory and complex motivations.
Master.
Depa Billaba. Jedi Master Depa Billaba was a human female Jedi from the planet Shaak Ti, who served the Jedi Order during the final decades of the Galactic Republic. She was known for her exceptional skills with a lightsaber. She was a Padawan to Mace Windu and had been appointed to the High Council at the same time that Qui-Gon had introduced Anakin to them. She had been subject to a great many wars, and a lot of them didn't go very well for her. She was no stranger to loss, but kept her head high and her principles and values in mind all the way to the end. An excellent example of this would be the battle on Cardoa. They had a mission to go and verify if there were any separatists in the area. She and her battalion got ambushed, and her Padawan, Caleb Doom, even got injured. In the comics, Depa Billaba was also known for being the master of the Padawan Caleb Doom, who later became the rebel leader Kanan Jarrus in the Star Wars Rebels animated series. She was depicted as a wise and compassionate teacher who instilled in Caleb/Kanan a strong sense of duty and responsibility. Despite her bravery and skill, Depa Billaba ultimately met her demise during Order 66, the command given by Emperor Palpatine for the extermination of the Jedi Order. She was gunned down by her own clone troopers, but her legacy lived on through her former Padawan and other Jedi who survived the Purge. Master Adi Gallia. Adi Gallia was a Thalothian female Jedi who served the Jedi Order during the final years of the Galactic Republic. She was known for her courage, skill with a lightsaber, and her ability to remain calm in the face of danger. Adi Gallia fought against Darth Maul alongside Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi on the planet of Naboo. She engaged in a lightsaber duel with Maul and proved to be a skilled opponent. Adi Gallia was a member of the Jedi Council, the governing body of the Jedi Order. She participated in many of the Council's decisions, including the decision to send Jedi to protect Senator Amidala in the Clone Wars. She had also commanded clone troopers during the Clone Wars, showing her leadership skills on the battlefield. Adi Gallia was part of the team of Jedi who battled General Grievous on the planet of Nelvon. She fought alongside Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi and helped to defeat the droid army. She also fought in the Battle of Coruscant, which was a major engagement between the Republic and Separatist forces during the Clone Wars. She was part of the team that boarded General Grievous's flagship and helped to defeat him. Overall, Adi Gallia was a skilled Jedi Master who served the Jedi Order with distinction during the final years of the Galactic Republic. Her achievements in the comics demonstrated her bravery, leadership, and fighting abilities. Master Yaddle. Jedi Master Yaddle was a fictional character in the Star Wars universe. She was a female member of the same species as Yoda, and was known for her exceptional Force abilities and her wisdom as a Jedi Master. Yaddle made her first appearance in the Star Wars prequel film, The Phantom Menace, where she sat on the Jedi Council alongside Yoda and other notable Jedi Masters. However, she had a relatively small role in the movie, and her backstory and achievements were further explored in various Star Wars comics. In the comics, Yaddle was shown to be an accomplished Jedi Master who was highly respected by her peers. She was known for her exceptional skill with the Force, especially her ability to sense the thoughts and emotions of others. She was also known for her incredible physical strength and agility, which she used to great effect in combat. One of Yaddle's most notable achievements was her role in the Battle of Altair 5, where she led a team of Jedi Knights in a successful mission to rescue hostages from a group of terrorists. Yaddle also played a key role in the Stark Hyperspace War, where she helped to foil the plans of the criminal organization known as the Stark Commercial Combine. Later in her career, Yaddle was sent on a mission to the planet Mawan, where she worked to negotiate a peace treaty between two warring factions. Despite facing significant challenges, Yaddle was able to successfully broker a lasting peace agreement, earning her widespread praise and admiration from across the galaxy. Unfortunately, Yaddle's time as a Jedi Master was cut short when she sacrificed herself to save a group of younglings from a deadly cave-in. Her bravery and sacrifice were honored by the Jedi Order, and she was remembered as one of the greatest Jedi of her time.
If so powerful you are, why leave?
Conclusion. So there you have it, guys, a list of the most important Jedi Masters in the Star Wars universe. To be fair, if you have even an inkling of how vast this universe is, then you would know that there have been hundreds of Jedi Masters over the entire timeline. Some of them are just random names mentioned here and there, while others have enormous story arcs written about them either in novels, comics, or other media. We've tried to include most of the ones that are popular and relevant in recent times. We really hope you enjoyed watching this video because it was really fun to make. Thank you all so much for sticking around till the end, and we hope to see you again for the next one. As always, if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. This has been Corey Whelan for Marvelous Videos. Have a good one, be safe out there, and thanks for watching.
Do it.